Okay, so that last video didn't work. I got a notification that it failed, so we're going to try that again, because honestly, this opportunity to share my story is really important to me. And Instagram, why did you do that? Hi, Compassion Call, what's up? Compassion Call is a huge supporter of Sympathy, Not Slaughter. It's really great. So, what I first wanted to say is, if you've joined the SAVE movement, I am honestly incredibly proud of you. There's no reason, what am I trying to say? I'm not trying to discourage anyone's activism. I'm not trying to put anyone down. If you've gotten involved with Toronto Pig Save, you've started a vigil, that's amazing, and I'm incredibly proud of you. My misfortune with the movement, I guess, seems to revolve around the co-founder, and saying that, honestly, if Anita does happen to watch this, because my last message got deleted, I am just going to throw out there again. I've been reaching for resolution for years. Anita, I'm just going to speak directly towards you. I've sent you messages, I've approached you in person. I'm extremely hurt by what's happened, but I don't hold anything against you. I know that you blocked me as recent as January whenever I left Toronto, and I was honestly worried about you until I found out that it was just because I was blocked, and I couldn't imagine that there's still such disdain between the two of us. And I don't know, I've tried to make it right, and I hope that one day we can reach resolution, but the entire situation does revolve around my involvement with Toronto Pig Save right off the bat. It was before the court case, before everything kind of blew up. Honestly, at vigils, it was in the summertime, just me and a few other, I'm just going to use their names, me, Louise, Agnes, and Anita. As the winter months dragged on, honestly, Anita didn't come to the vigils, and I was there alone. So I collected the content, I posted the content on our Facebook page. It went on for a year and a half, until I did the math, and I was like, holy shit, I've spent almost $1,200 on this, and I'm a struggling student. I need to figure my shit out. I don't know if I can come to vigils anymore, but I feel like I'm doing so much. Whenever new people would come, she'd always offer to pay for their transportation and stuff like that, which was $20 a day, because the slaughterhouse closed down in Toronto and moved to Burlington. So I reached out and I said, I don't think I can come to vigils anymore. And as I was saying in my last message, it really honestly broke my heart when I was told to, number one, stop coming to vigils, and number two, get a job. That's exactly what I did. I didn't start SympathyatSlaughter until months later. This all happened in January. I didn't start SympathyatSlaughter until August. I'm kind of lost. I went through this in the last video. I'd love to answer any questions you guys have. In this video, I'd also really love to reply to the message that started this all this morning. I've kept all this inside for 3.5 years now. The only people that are my friends or that are close to me really know what's happened. A lot of people have only heard one side of the story. I don't know. So this opportunity today, it really means a lot to me. I feel very blessed and emotional, and I really appreciate you guys hearing me out and not judging, and I don't know, not holding any of this against me, I guess. Hey, Laura. So the conversation that started it all was from this man. Okay, that needs to go away. Sorry about the random rainbow. I didn't realize you can't move it. So, hey, I just found your videos on YouTube while I was watching videos from Toronto Pig Save, not because I support them, but because the way they act makes them look completely stupid, and it's kind of sad and funny at the same time. But then, watching your videos was completely different. You act like a normal human. You don't go around crying or yelling or any of that other crap that makes all the other organizations look like children. You actually care about the animals, but don't overly push it on people who think differently. I've dealt with a few activists while delivering my animals to slaughter plant, and the way they acted was a little embarrassing. If I happened to meet you at a plant, I would gladly have a conversation with you and explain why I do what I do. Unfortunately, that may never happen because you are nowhere near my area, but if you would like to have a conversation, feel free, although I would not disclose what farm or which plant I haul to. I will answer any questions you have. So, that's just so cool to me. Number one, because I do pride myself on the fact that I do treat these drivers with respect. The situation is greater than just them and I don't want to do anything to jeopardize my position in capturing these photos of the animals. I don't know, I've had this on my mind all day, like, what should we reply? Can someone please guest or something? I feel pretty lonely. Or if anyone has any questions that you missed the first part of this video. Hi, Aubrey Reds. Monica, thank you for sharing. So yeah, another part of the video that got deleted that honestly felt really good to share was the reason why I got involved with, I don't know, I guess what I do. That's such a question that I receive all the time, but it's such a complicated question. I'm just going to try to nutshell it and answer it right now. When I was first introduced to the SAVE movement in Toronto Pig Save, it was through a professor at the University of Toronto where I was studying Buddhist studies and equality studies. I took a course called Animal Rights and Religion. It was extremely enlightening. It's the reason I went vegan. But at that time, I was in a physically abusive relationship, mentally abusive, verbally abusive. It controlled my everyday life until I went to the animals and I saw that they were in such a relatable position to I, and they weren't able to speak up for themselves. They needed a voice, and I needed a voice, so I don't know, I always say I made a promise to the animals that day that I would do whatever I can to do, like, what I can to save them. And in so doing, they have saved me. Going to the animals it drew me away from my abuser, and hi, Mom, perfect time to join. And, yeah, it just gave me the opportunity. The animals saved me, so it's my duty to save them. I saw a question up here, so I'm going to scroll up. Seems like he respects you and your position is seeking to have a one-on-one. Why are you torn? Oh, no, I'm not torn. I want to talk to this guy, definitely. We are going to reply to him right now. Deja vu. So I was actually going to start off by saying, receiving this message this morning, like, filled my heart with joy. If you guys think I'm being too, corny or silly, vegan, cheesy, let me know. What should we say? Thank you for being open to respect my efforts, why I do what I do, and how I do it. At least you're trying to show your love and concern for the animals. These people are realizing this, and that is a positive move forward. I feel the exact same. That's what I said in this message. It's so cool to me that not only am I receiving this message of support and understanding from a stranger, but someone who's seemingly on the opposition, right? Like, he's a slaughter truck driver, and he, like, supports what I do and is willing to have a conversation. So I think the point of this, I would love to, like, get on Skype if he's willing to. That would be an amazing thing to share with you guys, an amazing opportunity just in general. Yeah, I like, honestly, I do always take the opportunity to talk to these, usually men, but sometimes women. I've never had the opportunity to talk to a women slaughter truck driver, and I've always wanted to. I talk to slaughterhouse workers a lot. Honestly, one man I would consider my friend. I've met him the very first time I was there, and he's greeted me with open arms every single time since. It's really cool. I feel like I'm going to make a video on that, my relationship with Maurice. Yeah, definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Thank you, Aubrey, for saying that. Honestly, you guys are the reason I do what I do. And I feel like that should be that much more highlighted now. Like, I've been discouraged from doing what I do. I've been told, like, get a job, stop coming to visuals, and I just continued. I went out there on my own, and I wanted to share my genuine message of a method that I believe really transitions people, and just focusing on the animals instead of all the drama, not yelling at people, not targeting people, just, I'm honestly there in, like, solitude and just for the animals, always. For the animals! Most people don't feel like they have a choice. I just went vegan 3 months ago and has been the best decision I've ever made. I think the choices are what people need to make the switch, definitely. He has seen the cruelty, and if he is changing his way of thinking, others might too. Yep, I agree with that. Cool. I'm just waving at people now. It's really fun. I'd love for someone to join me and talk live. Help me reply. So, honestly, I want to share with this guy some of my experiences and just to let him know just how much I appreciate his comment. So, I've also shared negative experiences. So, he is reaching out to you. That's what we're hoping for. That's cool. Honestly, I don't know. I feel I've been putting myself in the balls. Hogfrog Vegan, please accept the request if you want chat. Great work of Hands on the Keyboard. You definitely took your computer classes seriously. Not many kids these days acknowledge them. Lols, that's honestly awesome. What was, the hot red fox jumped over the blue box or something is every word. I love that. Hey, Pia. You're someone that I met, whenever I was involved with the SAFE movement, so there's a plus. The people who have continued to support me, the very few, but I acknowledge and appreciate you. So what I'm saying to this man right now is that my presence outside the slaughterhouse is to say goodbye while capturing non-graphic documentation of who the animals are. Some have referred to my work as an obituary, which is, I don't know, obituary. It's almost like a hollow word, or it makes you think of like reading a newspaper. I don't know. I think about it as like deeper than that. Each animal that I've captured, there's like how many thousands of photos? Like 12,000. Each one is an individual. Each one is their own being, live their own lives of emotion and thoughts, sentience, suffering. I don't know. And just the first time that I took a photo of an animal, it started right here in my heart, and I had to keep going. There's so many of them that are suffering that how can you ignore them? Ooh. There's some photos of our merch available on the Sympathy shop. But more importantly, each one is an individual. Do you guys have any questions about what I posted today while I continue to reply to a new friend? I feel like this is really boring and I'm sorry. How did you get started legally doing this? Just show up at the slaughterhouses and ask the driver to stop and take footage. Awesome question. So when I'm at the slaughterhouse, honestly, the drivers don't stop because I'm there on my own. I'm not able to block the trucks. And honestly, blocking the trucks is something that in the spirit of non-judgment, I don't necessarily agree with, or necessarily agree with the way that it's being done right now. I've seen footage of people almost being run over. It is so dangerous. Whenever I was at vigils, I found myself like yelling at people to get out of the way of the truck because, I don't know, the rules weren't instated, it just wasn't organized, and these trucks are so massive. Like, I'm 6 foot and I don't even know if they can see me. So what I legally do is wait whenever there's a slaughter truck, I look around on Google Maps and see where there is a red light, where they're turning left. And when the trucks approach, they are obviously slowing down, so I'm kind of just running along the side of the truck. And then if I'm lucky, they'll stop, and I have a minute of time to connect with the animals, and then the light turns green and it goes. There have been days where I haven't collected any footage, and that is almost like the burden of doing what I do, but still I was there for them. I always operate like I would never run in front of a truck, or I don't disobey like traffic laws. Everything that I do is safe. If I'm not able to continue my work, like I don't know who would fill my void. So it's important that I do offer respect and operate in a way that is illegal, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, Janderson. I just wanted to say that you're doing great work. You're an amazing activist. Thank you so much. Whoa. Oh my God. Let her know how grateful you are for how their truck drivers found this out or hear the end of it. This was a huge step for him. Amazing. Thank you. I just told him that I just need to say how much I appreciate you reaching out to me. I want you to know that I hold no judgment and want to move forward in open conversation. I believe that this situation is so much bigger than just you and I. Does anyone else have anything to add? I appreciate your desire to remain anonymous. Thank God for spell check. and there. I appreciate and adhere to your desire to remain anonymous. However, would love to share a voice or Skype conversation answering questions we may have for one another. And extremely, I don't know what to say next. Okay. Solder, I don't know what that means. I love what you do. It's so hard for me to watch, so I really appreciate what it takes out of you emotionally. Thank you. Honestly, the way that I say that I deal with this is just the animals are my all day, every day. I try to surround myself with like almost cute little reminders. I could go on forever, I'm not kidding. Oh, baby. Oh. This one's one of the best. Wait for it. It's the magic pig. We whisper sweet nothings into its ear about saving the animals. So, I don't know. We gotta try to stay positive, but at the same time, like, I feel like we're all struggling with how we truly deal with what's happening to them. I'd love to talk to someone on guest chat. Hello, Patty. Do you have any questions for me? Thank you for joining us. Welcome. So one thing I almost want to say is, I know that you and I are not the only ones who feel. I go by myself. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's difficult, but more and more people are changing. I went vegan, and my brother and wife. That's awesome. Why are all these people unable to join? I keep accepting your requests. Hello, Carla. I sent you a request to be in my live video if you want to chat. Thanks for all your hard work. I have to run, but I wanted to stop in and say thanks. Thank you, K. Dylan42242. Honestly, guys, your support means the world to me. I honestly think about all the killing brothers, him too. This is the way of letting know it bothers him too. Hi!
Hello.
Thanks for joining my video. I've been waiting for someone to chit chat.
Yeah, I was like for 10 minutes now in the session.
And
I want to say that I really support you and your opinion to all this. And yeah.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Gosh.
That really means.
I'm from Austria, so sorry for my bad English.
That's amazing. I'm in Ottawa in Canada.
Oh, so cool.
It's so cool that Instagram lets us do this.
Yeah.
So how long have you been following my account, just out of curiosity?
I think already since a year or a half.
Wow, thank you. That's amazing. I always feel like if you've been following for a while, you've seen so much of what I've seen. So you carry forward, and thank you like for sharing it.
No problem.
So hard to see what the animals are going through, but it's so
yeah. I always just like the pictures and the videos because it's so heartbreaking, and I just support the page and everything, but I can't see it because it's so terrifying. And
well, thank you though, because it's important to. I know it seems so weird to like a photo of animal suffering, but
yeah,
with Instagram engagement and the little heart shows up, so I like to think it's like sending them love. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Got my little cow here. So I'm still trying to reply to the slaughter truck driver who reached out today.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just incredible. I'm hoping that he will go live or chat with me like this, or even just have a voice conversation with me if he wants to remain anonymous. I think that would be so cool for us to ask each other questions about what we do, how opposite it is,
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. What do people think? So your friends or people around you, what do they say?
They think of my
to
work?
Everything you make, and yeah.
Majority of people support me. I have a supportive partner. He's always there. My parents support. They've, I feel like, been gradually making the transition to veganism. My mom has enabled me so much to continue this project. My sisters are both. I think my sister's mostly vegan. My other sister's vegan. And a lot of my friends have, even unexpected friends have gone vegetarian and things like that, which, I don't know, I've almost received more support than I expected, but I've also been going after for 4 years, and it always hasn't been like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's always so cool, though. I feel like, just to bring it up, it's, important to just lead by example instead of, constantly shove the information down our throats. Because, I don't know, whenever people are, paying attention, it's oh my gosh, that person, I influenced? I didn't even know that, they'll do me in high school or something,
I'm vegetarian now, but just for, I think, 3 weeks or something.
Oh, no, that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying.
That's amazing. That's all we all have to do, right, is try.
Yeah. It's not so difficult, just you can eat so much different things than animals. Yeah, you do a lot. Just when one person starts and goes.
About changing your habits too, right? Of your go-to easy meal or something like that. I eat a lot of bean wraps and pita pizzas,
Yeah.
It's fun though. It's to get a vegan cookbook or just even look online. There's so many free. You try them out, and it's a whole new world of food. It's really cool.
I like it.
I'm just reading some of the comments here.
Oh.
Love from
Oh. Well, India's so far away.
I feel like Austria is so far away.
Yeah. You know where it is, no? Or
It's Germany-ish.
yeah, it's like below from Germany. Yeah. I never have been in America or something.
Oh yeah.
Just in Europe. But maybe next. What?
I said it's cold and snowy here still in Ottawa.
Yeah, but here last week it had like 20 degrees minus.
Yeah, it was very cold.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So I just got a message that my phone's gonna die.
Oh.
So I feel like we might have to stop this live video.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Your name's Clara?
Carla.
Carla, okay. Carla, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sweetie. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you for this. Honestly, I just needed to put it out there. I feel so relieved. Send me a DM if you missed anything. Rewatch the live video. I know I stammer. I'm willing to answer any of your questions. I am not a closed book. I am open, and I want to